So this chapter is called Ancient Zones, and with this chapter everything really starts to fall into place. As each of the Straw Hats continue to separate themselves, some of the final matchups are starting to be uncovered, so let's go over them. We have our boy Sanji facing off against Black Maria, which is kinda worrying because of the fact that it's all women around, and we all know Sanji doesn't really hit women. However, I think that Oda might have one or two things planned for this. Now, like a lot of people said last chapter, Black Maria is indeed a spider-based ancient zone. I'm not going to say that mouthful. That is a lot. I'm not going to say that. But at this current moment, Sanji thinks that he's in heaven, which, by the way, is out of hand because there's nothing but snakes and spider women around him. I would be freaking out. But apparently some people had mentioned that Sanji actually is afraid of spiders, which if she completely transforms into a spider, he might not be so reluctant to kick her. Who knows, or maybe he is that way to the core. I also think that it's very possible that just like with his battle with CP9's Khalifa, a woman could step in and take over for him. Last time it was Nami, but in this case it would be Robin, a woman who by chance could have more limbs than an actual spider. Let me know what you guys think will happen with this matchup. The next one I want to talk about is Franky Vs Sasaki. We have the super armored Robo Boy versus the super armored Triceratops. I'm pretty sure that everyone has figured out that he was a Triceratops. This battle is actually really interesting considering it's pretty much a battle between the past and the future. The age of dinosaurs versus the age of technology. Sasaki says something interesting though. He says that dinosaurs are the strongest creatures to ever live, which kinda makes you think, because that's kinda Kaido's actual title, but he's a dragon. So I don't know what I should be taking from this actually. Of course we can't forget the battle between Nami, Usopp, and Alti in page 1. I don't think that battle is over, especially since Alti mentioned wanting to smash Nami's head in this chapter. I'm just curious to see what Nami and Usopp will come up with to fight such powerful enemies. This might be the return of Usopp's awakening of his haki since Dressrosa. It's been a while. Maybe even Nami's as well. Also on top of that, they're pretty smart individuals. I'm pretty sure they're much smarter than Alti in page 1. Or at least it seems that way. And then we have Who's Who versus our boy Jinbei. And just like Black Maria and Sasaki, a lot of people got Who's Who's devil fruit correct due to the appearance of his crew. He is in fact a saber-toothed tiger. A big one at that. It's kind of funny because this is literally a cat versus a fish. Normally this wouldn't look good for our boy Jinbei, but we all know that Jinbei's no slouch when it comes to combat. And apparently Who's Who's known him since he was a warlord, and if his mask comes off, Jinbei would be able to recognize him, which is pretty interesting. Since we've seen Who's Who, there's been many theories of his true identity flying left and right. In fact, I just heard a new theory that he's actually Masked Deuce from Ace's crew, which would be really interesting, but all in all I doubt it. The theory just stems from the fact that he wears a mask, he met Jinbei when Ace fought him, and he's also come to Wano with Ace. Whoever he is though, I can't wait to see this battle and uncover the truth. One thing about these matchups that I find peculiar is the fact that it's seemingly not just the fighters but also the divisions / crew members. Do you guys think that that's Oda's way of saying that the Tobiruppo need extra crew members to take on Jinbei, Franky, and Sanji? Let me know what you think. Marco's ability is proving useful to help take care of the Ice Oni crisis, and he plans to help Zoro and the others get to the top while Chopper does his medicinal magic as a doctor, and the Yakuza bosses will make sure to protect him. I'm really glad that Chopper gets to shine in the way that he knows how to do best. I think this also might lead to Marco running into King, which could lead to an interesting aerial battle that we haven't seen before. Oh yeah, and Apu got back up and Drake pretty much handled him with the quickness and told Zoro that he'd take care of this floor. In my eyes, Drake is pretty much on our side until he leaves Wano safely, so that's reassuring. But I do wonder what will be done with his character afterwards. Last but not least, at the end of the chapter, we see Yamato, Momo, and Shinobu next to a partially melted dragon statue caused by Yamato's friend, Ace. Apparently he wanted to kill Kaido. I wonder what his actual motives was. Probably really similar to Luffy's reasons due to the fact that they made the same promise to Tama, but I really want to learn the full story. Was he a part of the White Bear Pirates at the time? Let me know if that's already known, because I feel like I should know this. Wait, one more thing. As I was getting ready to finish up, I just thought about what Luffy said when comparing his observation hakis to Sanji's, because I know people are going to take this far too seriously and it's going to cause a lot of debating. I would take that comment with a grain of salt because it honestly felt like it was a part of the gag, because we know that Sanji's observation haki is somehow specially adept to sensing women. But still, we need to wait for the official translation. Either way though, Luffy uses his observation the most to predict his enemy's moves in combat, while Sanji uses his the most to sense his surroundings. So it is what it is. Anyway, this was a really good and pretty eventful chapter. Seeing what's going on now, it makes you think that chapter 1000 will be when Luffy, Zoro, and the others reach the top. I give this chapter an 8.5 out of 10. Also, we're not on break next week, and expect color spreads for not only chapter 999, but also chapter 1000. They're doing 2 of them. We're almost there, my boys. Chapter 1000, here we come. Let me know in the comments your favorite part of the chapter. Also, how do you feel about the matchups overall? This was Wave, and I'll see you guys on the next one.